Hello and welcome back. My name's Dave, and today I've got Pork Chop Hill starring Gregory Peck, Rip Torn, and George Peppard. It's basically about a war in Korea, on the north border between Korea and China. It stars the US Army, because basically this one's starting around the US Army fighting the Chinese over Pork Chop Hill. It's a hill between the two borders. Now, if China take it, war is basically all but lost apparently, but the US are having chats with China in sort of an area and trying to come around some kind of deal whether to back off, not fight, call it mutual agreement, that sort of thing. But because the Chinese need to take this hill, the Americans lose all faith and basically nothing, and everything's sort of lost for the war effort, you know. Thousands could die because of the result of it, especially in Koreans and all that. Because at the time the US are helping the US at the time are helping the South Koreans fight the North Korea, and China's sort of coming in from the top and sort of ruining the whole party. Anyway, Pork Chop Hill is useless in any sort of military terms. It has no high ground, low ground. It has no strategic usage, but it needs to be held by the US Army, and Gregory Peck leads the soldiers into battle. Really nice picture actually. It's in black and white, and around that sort of era, 1960s, they have a nice, I like the black and white, that sort of picture. It's really nice done. You get some great actors in this time as well. They all seem to do their job quite nicely. I really enjoy this film. It's a real simple film. The plot is really nice. The characters are really well written. Just the way the actors themselves go around doing their job, it really is nice. Alright, it's not what we're used to these days with the high explosions, all the CGI. Pretty much all this is either done in the studio where everything's made, or out on location, and with all the cast being real. No one's like CGI'd in. So you could have 200-300 cast members as the Chinese, Koreans, or the Americans, and it just does an amazing job. But you never know, because of course wearing uniforms, they cover the face stuff a little bit. You can't tell who they are when you see the Americans all are lined up. They're all the whole cast, 200-300 people. When you see the Chinese rushing towards them, it's all the same people. It is just different costumes, which what I like about these films back in the day in the production. It wasn't people trying to earn millions of pounds for film, or it always earned a simple wage back in the day. I love this. I love this. The film is very nice as well. Let's get back to the film show, but yes, let's go back to the film, Dave. Lieutenant Joe Clemens is Gregory Peck, and he leads his troops into battle to hold the hill. The Chinese sort of make their way up the hill and get to the bunkers where all sort of Americans are held in. And of course, a nice bit of gunfight back and forwards. No blood and guts spitting in it, whereas you go bang bang and somebody falls over the other side. It's as simple as that, really. Nice, really. You just you point to someone and they go, you know. The director's like, okay, now you fall over, now you fall over. You shoot, I'm gonna have camera on you, you shoot them, you shoot, then go along, sort of thing, like one by one. Really nice done, really simply. Really nice film. Yeah, the story's well written, the acting's really good. I just really enjoy this. I really enjoy it. It's an absolute classic. I think you really need to get this one for a collection if you like it. Sort of actor, if you've not heard of it, Pork Chop Hill. Really good. Of course, an order is an order. When they're told to take the hill, they must take it. It helps, apparently, generations later, or people later, if it's held. And men who sacrificed then will forever hold the others' freedom, as it were. How, I don't really know, because surely the Chinese would have gone around and took somewhere else instead. But apparently, Pork Chop Hill is wanted, so that's just the way it goes. And yeah, I think it's like 1953. I think the battle was sort of somewhere around there. It's just it's like a real story, a real thing that's happened. So it's not something that's been made up. I think there's a book made on it or something like that. But it's an all-star cast film. Pretty good. So yeah, let's have a little look up closely on the old case now, shall we? So Gregory Peck in Pork Chop Hill. MGM film this is, or MGM DVD. I like this. It sort of gives that sort of almost 3D effect. You don't know if you can see it on camera. So we've got Gregory Peck at the front, then you got some bit of ground and explosion in the back. It's sort of that 3D maybe, I don't know. It looks 3D if you see the case up front. Very nice actually, nice bit of colour in the case. Like I said, the actual film's black and white, but the fact it is in colour is quite nice. Gives that sort of different perspective. The way it feels. Everything looks different when you see a black and white film and then colour case. It looks so much different. You think, wow, only if the film was in colour would it have ruined the film? I think it would actually. If it meant to be black and white, do it in black and white. That was the idea. Very nice. So even inside, very simple pork chop hill. In the back, well, the back sort of lackluster. It's very maybe a night sort of vision, I suppose. Not very much going for it. Very green and dark. It's not very exciting at all. So, but the inside, ooh, spoilers. I'll let you know that one later. So let's go for the back. Let's read the old text message, shall we? Lieutenant Joe Clemens has been given an order to take Pork Chop Hill. If it is taken by the Chinese, U.S. negotiators at Panmunjom peace conference would lose the faith of the communist advisories and think about outcome. And so Clemens leads his troops into combat to fight for an objective that they know to be has no use of value. I can't say the bloody word sometimes. But they also know that an order is an order, and they must take Pork Chop Hill, or die trying, so that millions can live on in freedom tomorrow for what Clemens and his men will sacrifice today. Based on a true story, featuring an all-star cast, Pork Chop Hill is an exceptional film. Grim, rugged, awesome, and lastingly impressive. Gregory Peck, Rip Torn, George Peppard, and a couple others. Big story. Ooh, it's so nice in this. I don't know if you can see it, but the little box there, that's what the main menu looks like. Yeah, I know they actually showed the main menu on the back of the case. Also it says, this disc includes original theatrical trailer, interactive menu screens, and chapter selections. So you can go through chapter selections and menu. Wow, it's amazing. Like, that was something back in 2004 apparently when this case was redesigned. I like that it's on there. You get some that actually do that. I don't know why, but it's interesting. Anyway, the inside has scene selection. It's cast as well, actually, and well, the disc is totally different. Let's pop the disc out for a second, but that background, I don't know how much you can see of it. Yeah, a bit better there. So you got like a few men on Pork Chop Hill, surrounding some sandbags, waiting for the enemy as they're coming up the hill, which is quite nice actually. I love that. Nice clear case. They actually put some on there. Anyway, you got the old cast on there. You can't really see it too well. Camera doesn't want to. Let's do it this way. There we go. Cast. You got the cast down the side and the actual actors' names, which I think is really good. And also, you got scene selection on the side there as well, which is actually really impressive. I quite like that. I like how they laid this one out. This is why I also enjoy the film so much, because they gave it such a beautiful case. And here's the disc, which is interesting, to say the least. But basically, the picture on the DVD here is black and white. Also, it's the same picture as on there, as on here. So can you see it? Got the gun, the man with the gun here, man with the gun here. The guy with two helmets here. Hang on, come back here. You got a couple guys here, two helmets. Can't really see because it's a bit plastic. But guy here, there's a guy next to my thumb here, on the middle of the disc. Which I think is very good actually, because they actually thought about that one quite nicely. But shame that it's black and white, not the same colour as the actual casing. But an overall very nice case. I really enjoy this one. One of my favourites. So overall, Pork Chop Hill, I seem to love this very much. I seem to want you to buy this one very much. I think it's a really outstanding film. It's very nicely done. It's very simple. It actually drags you in. It makes you feel part of it. And I find it really exciting. I have this as one of my best films ever.
if I had a choice. I would go meet these people, but unfortunately I can't go to those locations. I don't have the money or the time. I just simply can't. And people, well, the people that really may not want to meet me either. So, but all-time favorite film, really good, one of the top films. So yeah, Pork Chop Hill. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.